Hi, everyone. I just left the chamber just for a moment here. I just want to update you with regards to Bill C-10 and what's happening. So right now in the Chamber of Commerce, in the House of Commons, sorry, the Liberals have moved a motion which would cause time allocation, which means that debate on Bill C-10 will actually be shut down. Now, here's the significance of this. Bill C-10 is this piece of legislation that was brought forward from Heritage, and the Liberals are saying that it's just simply a modification of the Broadcasting Act, but it's so much more than that. We're talking about a blatant attack on freedom of speech. Now, this is Section 2B of our Charter, the right to express ourselves freely. Okay, so this bill actually attacks that. Here's how. In April, the Liberals brought forward an amendment to their own bill that removed a section, Section 4.1. That section originally protected the things that we would post online, on Facebook, on YouTube, etc. With the removal of that section, the removal of that protection, it means that now the government is going to dictate what we can and cannot post online and whether it'll be bumped up or bumped down in terms of its discoverability or accessibility. This is a problem. This is a problem for two groups of people. One, creators or artists who exist online, those who have YouTube channels or who have managed to promote themselves on TikTok, because their content is going to be weighed and measured based on what the government determines is Canadian enough to be promoted. If it doesn't make the cut, it gets demoted. But if it does make the cut, then it moves to the top. So really, the government is choosing winners and losers. They're determining which artists, which creators get to succeed and which ones have to be held back. It's wrong. So that's the one group that is impacted. The other group is you, me, Canadians, millions of us, who are viewers. We go on to a platform like YouTube in order to see what's being posted, enjoy the talents of others, maybe learn how to fix a broken bicycle, those sorts of things. Now the government, because they'll be dictating what's Canadian enough and what's not to make the cut, then they're going to be censoring the types of things that we can access. So, okay, I want to change the chain on my bicycle. It doesn't matter how Canadian it is. I just need to change the chain. But the government is going to determine whether or not I actually get to see that video because they're going to rank it according to its level of Canadianness. Here's the problem. In the House of Commons, over and over and over again, I have asked the Heritage Minister, the Prime Minister, the Parliamentary Secretary, all to describe for me what it means to be Canadian or protect Canadian culture. They haven't been able to give me an answer. To this day, they cannot give me an answer. I highlight this for this reason. This bill is full of flaws, and it is currently being discussed at committee where we have the opportunity to go through it clause by clause, which means we have a chance to make it stronger, fix those big mistakes. But the Liberals don't want that. They want to ram it through. Interesting. So you have a bill that is a direct attack on our freedom of speech under the Charter. And the Liberals don't want us to be able to use our speech to debate it any further. So they're shutting it down in the House of Commons by moving time allocation, which means that we will only have 5 more hours at committee to discuss this bill. Now, I'm talking about hundreds of pages of material that needs to be discussed. So 5 hours just will not do it. This is yet another example of the Liberals being extremely dictatorial. And I would say being far too reaching in terms of getting in our way and making sure that the voices of Canadians are not heard on this important issue. I'm going back into the House. I'm fighting for Canadians. I want to make sure that your charter rights are protected.